Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Find Rest, where we are journeying together to try to find that space in our lives where our circumstances and the things going on in our lives really don't affect our faith and our stance and the way that we are able to stand firm and rest in God. So our faith continues to grow, and we have more testimonies that continue to build based on, our experiences and how He works through those and helps us walk on water through those circumstances, and that builds our testimony, which builds our faith. And it has been an exciting journey, will continue to be, because it is just a very long road for me, I've said it many times before, but just a high-strung person. I want to get things going, and I want to do, and I want to produce, and I just want to get through the circumstances. I want to get through the problems so that I don't have to think about it anymore and get on to the next one. There's always more to learn. And so I'm learning to kind of sit in the moment and just rest in Him and rest in knowing that He has my best interest at heart, and He does with you as well. So I wanted to share this interesting, I always say interesting, I use that word a lot, but I use it because when it's very contemplative, when the Lord starts revealing things to me that I just have to mull over, then it just becomes very interesting, because I have to dig in and figure out what it means, and how to work through mentally and emotionally and spiritually those things. So my father gave me a book, and it's going to be a mirror, but it's Waiting on God, and by Andew Murray, and he is late 19th century pastor from South Africa, known for his writings, his sermons that he wrote down, and he's just a phenomenal writer. And he wrote this book, Waiting on God. Each chapter is by day, so it's kind of a devotional that he wrote. And when my dad handed it to me, I was like, waiting on God? Are you kidding me? For a Christian, that's like praying for patience, and you just know better than to do that, because as soon as you do that, as soon as you pray for patience, you're going to be given plenty of things to have patience for, and He's going to exercise that patience to give you more patience. So reading a book on waiting on God just means there's going to be some lag time happening, and I'm not interested. So I set it off to the side, and I was like, oh, Dad, yeah, let's put something on top of that, because I'm not thinking so. And then, of course, I was like, yeah, okay, I need that, obviously. And so I've been reading through it in my devotional time, and it's been brilliant. It's been wonderful. And the last day that I read just meant a lot to me, and I wanted to share it with you, because it is exactly what we need to hear. And it is based out of Psalms 25, and verse 4 and 5. It says, "Show me your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Lead me in your truth and teach me. For you are the God of my salvation, and you I wait all the day." So David is saying, show me. He's asking God to show him your ways, show him His ways, and teach him, and that he's going to wait on him all day. So, and he's asking for instructions. So when we're asking for instructions, very often we don't wait for an answer. And even in our prayer time, very often we don't wait for an answer. We do all the talking in our prayer, because it's prayer time, not listening time. So we often interpret it that way, and that's how we practice our prayer time. We talk and talk and talk, and ask, seek, and you will find, knock and the door will answer. We do all those actions, and then we don't wait. We don't wait for the answer. bad about doing that. And he, now, mind you, this is very 19th century writing, so just listen in that way. Think for a moment of all those who are weary and heavy laden. It says, just think for a moment of the multitude of waiting ones who need that prayer. How many there are, sick and weary and solitary, to whom it is as if their prayers aren't being answered, and who sometimes begin to fear that their hope will be put to shame. And then, how many servants of God, ministers or missionaries, teachers or workers of various name, whose hopes in their work have been disappointed, and whose longing for power and blessings remains unsatisfied. And then, too, how many who have heard of life of rest and perfect peace, of abiding light and fellowship, of strength and victory, and who cannot find that path. With all of these, it is nothing but that they have not yet learned the secret of full waiting upon God. They just need what we all need, the living assurance that waiting on God can never be in vain. Let us remember all who are in danger of fainting or being weary, and all who unite in the cry, let none that wait on these be ashamed. And that's also a quote from David in Psalms 25. What I find wonderful about that is he identifies all of us who are weary and heavy laden. We continue to work, we continue to do, we continue to strive, and we hear about how we're supposed to be living and what our prosperous life as Christians, him giving out of abundance and him giving as he wills, for the gifts of the Spirit and for those things that we're supposed to be asking for on a regular basis. And yet we don't walk in it. We haven't seen it or experienced it. And he said, it's nothing but that we just don't have practice waiting. We don't have practice waiting on him. Honestly, I'm not really sure what that looks like other than lots of prayer time and just being thankful. So we wait in our gratitude. We wait when we ask, and then we wait for the answer. So that's my challenge to you today, to wait on him. Enjoy the process. The process is hard, no doubt. And it's a challenge for most of us who like to do, who want to get immediate instruction and act on that instruction and move on to the next thing. But that's not always how God operates for us. And he does it for us, you know that. That it is for us that he exercises those muscles of patience, perseverance, and waiting. So I challenge you in the Lord, and may he grant you the privilege and wisdom to wait. God bless you. Many, many blessings upon you and your families. And I will talk to you next time.